Hello everyone, welcome back to another lesson from Nursing with Chemi. So in this video, we are going to learn about cranial nerves. In this lesson, I am going to take you through the basics of cranial nerves which will help you out to understand what cranial nerves are, how they function and how to memorize them. So let's start. The cranial nerves are a set of 12 paired nerves that arise directly from the brain. The first two nerves, that is the olfactory and the optic, arise from the cerebrum, whereas the remaining 10 emerge from the brain stem. So, what do you understand from this slide? There are 12 paired cranial nerves that arise directly from the brain. The first two nerves, the first one is olfactory, the second one is optic. They are the only two nerves that arise from the cerebrum, whereas the remaining 10 emerge from the brain stem. So, talking about cerebrum, it is the uppermost part of the brain. It contains two hemispheres split by a central fissure. The cerebrum itself contains the major lobes of the brain and is responsible for receiving and giving meaning to information from the sense organ as well as controlling the body. This is what cerebrum does. Talking about the brainstem, it is the distal part of the brain that is made up of midbrain, pons, and medulla oblongata. Each of the three components has its own unique structure and function. So, what brainstem does is it helps to regulate breathing, heart rate, BP, etc. Now, what cranial nerve does is it relays information to and from various parts of the body to the brain. Each cranial nerve is numbered based on from where they emerge. Cranial nerve 1 is called as olfactory. Second, optic. Third, oculomotor. Fourth, trochlea. Fifth, trigeminal. Sixth, abducens. Seventh, facial. Eighth, vestibulocochlear. Ninth, glossopharyngeal. 10th, vagus. 11th, accessory. And the last, 12th one is known as hypoglossal. So these are the names of the cranial nerves. Now let's move on to the modalities. Each cranial nerve can be described as being sensory, motor, or both. Just keep in mind sensory S alphabet, motor M alphabet, both B alphabet. There are two different neurons. First is afferent nerve, second is efferent nerve. What afferent nerve does is it collects the sensory stimuli and transmits it to the brain. What efferent nerve does is motor. Motor neurons carry away brain to have effect on the muscle or some targets. Afferent is related to sensory, efferent is related to motor. Now let's move on to the first cranial nerve. First cranial nerve, olfactory nerve. It is responsible for the sense of smell. So it is purely based on sensory modalities. This is the first cranial nerve. It is arising from the cerebrum. Now let's move on to optic nerve. This is known as cranial nerve 2. What it does is it receives visual information from photoreceptors in the retina and transmits it to the brain. Optic, it is related to vision. It is purely based on sensory modalities. It is also arising from the cerebrum. Now let's move on to oculomotor nerve. The oculomotor nerve is called as cranial nerve 3. It helps control muscle movements of the eyes. The oculomotor nerve provides movement to the most of the muscles that move the eyeball and upper eyelid known as extraocular muscles. So oculomotor muscle. Oculomotor is connected motor to the motor modalities. Now let's move on to the trochlear nerve. Trochlear nerve is known as cranial nerve 4. It is also involved in eye movement. The trochlear nerve, like the oculomotor nerve, originates in the midbrain. It powers the contralateral superior oblique muscle that allows the eye to point downward and inward. Trochlear is purely motor modalities. Now let's move on to the trigeminal nerve. Trigeminal nerve is also known as cranial nerve 5. It is the largest cranial nerve and has both motor and sensory function. This is the first nerve which we are seeing both motor and sensory function. So, its main function is transmitting sensory information to skin, sinuses, and mucous membranes in the face. It also stimulates movements in the jaw muscles. So, this is from sensory and motor modalities. Trigeminal nerve is the first largest cranial nerve. Let's move on to the abducens nerve. Abducens nerve is also called as cranial nerve 6. It helps control eye movements. It helps the lateral rectus muscle, which is one of the extraocular muscle, to turn the gaze outward. Abducens is purely based on motor modalities, so it helps in eye movements. Now let's move on to the facial nerve. Facial nerve is the seventh cranial nerve. This is the second one who has both motor and sensory functions. The first who had both motor and sensory function was trigeminal nerve. This is the second. So what facial nerve does is it helps in movement of muscles that produce facial expression. Movement of the lacrimal submaxillary and submandibular glands, sensation of the external ear and the sensation of taste. This is what the facial nerve does. Let's move on to the vestibulocochlear nerve. This is known as cranial nerve 8. It is involved with hearing and balance. Vestibular. It originates from the brainstem. So what it does is it helps in maintaining the balance and hearing. It is purely sensory modalities. Let's move on to the glossopharyngeal nerve. Glossopharyngeal nerve is known as cranial nerve 9. It possesses both motor and sensory functions. This is the third nerve that has both motor and sensory function. It is involved with sensation to taste, swallowing, aids in salivation. Now let's move on to the vagus nerve. Vagus nerve has a range of functions providing motor, sensory and parasympathetic function. So this will be the fourth nerve that is connected to motor sensory modalities. What sensory part vagus cover is outer part of the earth, the throat, the heart, abdominal organs. Whereas motor part provides movement to the throat and soft palate, abdominal organs. Parasympathetic function regulates the heart rate and supply the smooth muscles in the airway, lungs and gastrointestinal tract. So we have seen four nerve that is connected to sensory and motor modalities. Now let's move on to accessory nerve. The accessory nerve provides motor function to some muscles in the neck. So this is purely based on motor modalities. It controls the sternocleidomastoid and trapezius muscle that helps to rotate, extend, flex the neck and shoulders. So this is purely based on motor modalities. Last one is hypoglossal nerve. This is called as cranial nerve 12. Is a motor nerve that supplies the tongue muscles. So this is basically based on the motor modalities. Now let's move on to the mnemonic, the easier way to memorize all the cranial nerves and its functions and its types. So what mnemonic I liked is on. They traveled and found Walmart guarding very ancient Horcrux. So this is a mnemonic that I took it from the website. It is purely based on Harry Potter's. So Harry Potter story. So you can memorize this mnemonic which will be helpful to memorize the cranial nerves. So the first on goes with olfactory, the second on goes with optic, the third on goes with oculomotor. They is trochlear, traveled is trigeminal, and is obtusens, found is facial, walled motus vestibulocochlear, guarding is glossopharyngeal, very is vagus, ancient is accessory, and horcrux is hypoglossal. So this is how you can keep a mnemonic so that you can memorize that mnemonic and you can keep the cranial nerves in your brain, and any time of the day when any people ask you there are how many cranial nerves, you can just remember the mnemonic and translate the mnemonic, translate the wordings of the first with the cranial nerves. So the first alphabets of the mnemonic will be the first alphabets of the cranial nerves. There is something else also which is related to sensory, motor, or both. So first I told you, you keep that in mind. Sensory means S, motor means M, both means B. So in this cranial nerves, there are something related to sensory, something related to motor, some things are related both to sensory and motor. So how to memorize that? That mnemonic also I'll tell you. Some says money matters, but my brother says big brain most matters. Some says money matters, but my brother says big brain most matters. So if you take the sum word, S means sensory, that is connected to the first of cranial nerve, olfactory. Optic says oculomotor, money, trochlear, matter. Like that, you can translate and you can keep that in mind. So I hope you understood and I could make you understand what cranial nerves are. Hope you liked my video. If you liked my video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.